Yes, can you hear me? Right. So this is very related to your field as well. So since you all are going to deal with this construction field and there might be other like occupations as well, right? So expressing and identifying facts and opinions. So in those fields, I think your like expressions, that means your speaking skills should be greater along with the writing and reading. You should be able to fluently speak, right? Speak about your opinions, speak about your like the facts, right? So in your job field and inside the university as well, you will have to do many presentations, right? Vivas and all that. In all these places, you have to speak, right? Yes, so that is the learning outcome 2. And learning outcome 3, describing people and places. So this is really simple, okay? So as first year, first semester students, you should be able to describe a place. It could be your village, it could be a public place, it could be a place in an imaginary world, right? It could be any place, right? Place or people and people, right? So think you might want to describe about a person, about a stranger you saw at the park or when you're uh, coming to the faculty, right? Someone thinks someone is following you, or else sometimes it might be a nice person who talked with you, right? So you want to describe about that person to your friend, right? So you couldn't take a photograph, right? You couldn't take a selfie or a photo with that person, right? So in such instances, you should be able to like describe that particular person very like using your vocabulary. That means related words, right? ඉතන්න දැන් යුනිවර්සිටි එකට ආවොත් එහෙම කිසිම කන්ටැක්ට් එකක් නැති ෆොටෝ එකක් නැති ගර්ල් කෙනෙක්ව හරි බෝයි කෙනෙක්ව හරි ඔයගොල්ලෝ දකින්න. alright? So ඒක ඕක ගිහිලා යාළුවෙක්ට කියන්න ඕන නම් සිංහලෙන් ඔයාලා ලස්සනට එක්ස්ප්ලেইন කරනවානේ. නේද? right? So අන්න ඒ වගේ ඔයාලට ඒක ඉංග්‍රීසි වලින් එක්ස්ප්ලেইন කරන්නත් පුළුවන්කම තියෙන්න ඕනි. right? එහෙම එක්ස්ප්ලেইন කරොත් තමයි යාළුවටත් උදව් කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ කවුද මේ බෝයි හරි ගර්ල් හරි කියලා හොයාගෙන ඊට පස්සේ එයාට රීච් අවුට් කරන විදියක් හොයාගන්න. right? So ඒ වගේ පොඩි examples වලින් අපිට language එකක් ඉගෙන ගන්න කියන්නේ ඇයි ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕනේ කියන වටිනාකම තේරුම් ගන්න පුළුවන්. right? Okay, the next one, the last one, using quantity, numbers and fractions in communication. Right. So this is really important because I think you are dealing a lot with numer, right? The numbers, quantity and fractions, right? So you should learn how to communicate these things in English language as well, right? So these are the basic learning outcomes. That means 4 learning outcomes that you have to gain at the end of this lessons, right? Okay. All right. So now we are moving to the most important section, right? Evaluation procedure. Okay. How you will be evaluated, right? Or right, in this subject after you finish learning this subject, how this evaluation will take place. Right. So you can see a table in this slide. Okay. So then look at these 2 columns. First one is continuous assessment, what we call as CS, right? CS කියලා අහලා තියෙනවද දැන් lectures වලදී කියලා තිනවද? ඔයාලට අනිත් subjects වල lectures පටන් ගත්තද?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so CS කියන දේවල් ගැන අහලා ඇති. So CA එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ assessment එක. Continuous assessments, right? So usually when like at the end of a semester, or it might be paper එක හැදෙන්නේ. It's not only the theory paper but also your continuous assessment. So CA marks also will be added to the final mark sheet, and according to that CA marks and the end semester examination mark. After the adding both these two values only, you will get a total mark for the exam paper. Clear, right? So මේ CAs ගොඩක් වෙලාවට කරන්නේ අපි speaking and listening base කර. මොකද ඔයාලා paper එකේ writing and reading තියෙන මේ skills දෙකම ඔයාලගේ හොඳට evaluate වෙනවා. Right? මොකද paper එකට listening components or speaking components included නැහැ. Right? So the paper will be based on reading and writing skills. Assessments or the CS will be based on speaking and listening. Right? Mostly it will be based on speaking. Okay? Listening CA eකට include කරන්න බැරි වුණොත්. So we thought like I have thought of giving a small listening question to your exam paper, but it is still not confirmed, right? I do not know the possibility with your faculty, right? All of faculty ke hema allow karot, right? There's a particular structure making, that means paper, exam paper structure, a structure it include කරන්න පුළුවන් කිව්වොත් listening component and නැත්නම් listening question එක paper එකට මම include කරනවා. මොකද පුතේ listening CES දුන්නම ගොඩක් වෙලාවට online කරන්න තියෙන නිසා ගොඩක් ළමයිගේ ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා. network issues, coverage issues ඒ ප්‍රශ්න දෙක ඇරුණම අනිත් ප්‍රශ්නේ තමයි Google form එකක් fill කරන්න කියලා මම recording එකක් play කරාම ගොඩාක් අය කරන්නේ copy කරනවා. Right? So copying or taking answers from yes, friends or yes, mostly the problem is you are plagiarizing or copying, right? So and the most that is the next most affecting problem is the coverage issues, right? So based on all these reasons, I thought of not doing any listening CS, but of course we are doing listening activities in the lectures, remember that, right? So now this is the method you are like skills will be evaluated at the end of the semester, right? Continuous assessments, 30 marks are separated, right? Try your best to take like all these 30 marks you can, right? So and end semester, for the end semester examination you will have to take only 70, a mark out of 70. Try your best to take 70 from there as well. Okay, right. All right, then let's do this. I think you will give your like good support to me, and you will try your best to understand the value, that is the value of this subject, right? And why this is important and why I'm like preaching all these things before I start the lesson. මම හිතනවා ඔයගොල්ලෝ තේරුම් ගනී කියලා මෙතන තියෙන මේ subject එකේ තියෙන වටිනාකම and ඔයාලට මේ subject එක හොඳට කරගන්න පුළුවන් වුණොත් මේ subject එකෙන් ලොකු support එකක් ගන්න පුළුවන් ඔයාලගේ අනිත් subjects වලට. මොකද ඒවා English medium කරන්නේ, right? ඒ නිසා ඔයාලා try කරන්න මේ 15 weeks වල උපරිම ප්‍රයෝජනය ගන්න මේ subject එකේ, right? And the other thing is today I'm not going to mark attendance one by one, right? I do not generate any attendance reports, remember that very well, right? What I do is at any time of the lecture, it could be at any time, right? I'm not going to tell you the time as well. At any time of the lecture, I might speak out your name, I might call your name, and you have to raise your hand if you present. That is the way I'm taking attendance, right? ඒ නිසා හැමෝම අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම මම Zoom app එකේ එන attendance report එක generate කරන්න හැ, right? මේක GPA subject එකක් නිසා ඔයාලගේ අනිවාර්යෙන් attendance බලනවා, right? attendance බලන්නේ attendance sheet එකේ තියෙන විදිහට මම ඔයාලගේ නම් කියවනකොට ඔයාලා present නම් you have to raise your option එකක් තියෙනවා raise hand කියලා, right මම හිතනවා Zoom platform එක ඔයාලට familiar කියලා මොකද ඔයාලා A levels උත් ගොඩක් Zoom platform එකෙන් කරන්න ඕන ළමයි classes එහෙම join වෙන්න ඇති කියලා මම හිතනවා right එහෙම නැති ළමයි චුට්ටක් බලන්න මේකේ තියෙනවා raise hand කියලා option එකක් right ඒ option එක use කරන්න ඕනි ඔයාලා ඒ වෙලාවේ මම නම කියවන වෙලාවේ lecture එකේ ඉන්න ඕනි right so that is the way I'm taking attendance and to give you the paper, I'm checking the attendance, right? And after that, I will prepare a report and submit it to the your head of the department, right? So they will decide whether you are going to whether they are going to give you the paper, that means give you the chance to participate in the examination or not, right? So remember very well, 80% of attendance should be there, right? I'm like strictly checking the attendance because the only reason is that this is a GPA subject, right? මේක GPA subject එකක් නිසා තමයි මෙච්චරම strictly attendance බලන්නේ. මම හැමදාම ඒකයි සමහර faculties දෙන පුතේ GPA subject එක නෙමෙයි English. හැබැයි compulsory. ඒ කියන්නේ degree ගන්න ගියාම English ඔක්කොම repeat නා degree එක දෙන්නේ නැහැ. right ඒ නිසා ඔයගොල්ලෝ අනිවාර්යයෙන් ඒ කියන්නේ ඒගොල්ලෝ අනිවාර්යෙන් මේක පාස් වෙන්න ඕනි. හැබැයි මෙතන ඔයාලට ලොකු chance එකක් තියෙනවා. ඔයාලා මේ subject එකෙන් පුළුවන් උපරිම score කරොත් ඔයාලට ওই GPA එකේ value එකේ වටිනාකම තේරෙන්නේ ඇත්තටම exam ඔක්කොම ඉවරුනාට පස්සේ right අන්තිමට classes ටික හදලා display කරාම තමයි අපරාධ මට මේ කාලේ මේක කරගන්න තිබ්බා කියලා හිතනවා අනිවාර්යෙන් හිතනවා right ඒ නිසා එහෙම අර රිග්‍රෙට් එකක් තියාගන්න නැති වෙන්න මේකෙන් ඔයාලගේ හිතන්නකො සෙකන්ඩ් අපර් එකට පොයින්ට්ස් දෙකයි මදි කියලා. නැත්නම් ෆස්ට් ක්ලාස් එකට පොයින්ට්ස් දෙකයි මදි. හැබැයි දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඉංග්‍රීසි මේ වගේ සබ්ජෙක්ට් එක ඊසි සබ්ජෙක්ට් එකක් කරගෙන තිබ්බොත් හොඳට. right so you can easily go for a first class. right so that's why I'm strictly taking the attendance, right? Every Tuesday you have to attend the lecture and have to participate actively on the lecture, right? session එක log වෙලා නිදා ගන්න, කෑම කන්න, ගෙදර වටේ දුවන්න, ක්‍රිකට් ගහන්න යන ඒව කරන්න බෑ. right so මේ පැය දෙකයිනේ තියෙන පුතේ. මේ පැය දෙකේ හොඳට හිතලා මේ lecture එකට participate කරන්න. right okay so now you can take the time for all the questions you have. yes I received 2 questions earlier. අවුරුදු 4ම English තියනවාද madam? right okay I really appreciate that you asked that question, but we will try our best to communicate in English in the class පුතේ. right I know it will be difficult in the first time, so but if you can like join at least 2 to 3 words in English, so do it. You are like sharing direct messages to me, and there's no one to like laugh or to see your message, right? So take your gut and text in English, right? And also අපි English වලින්ම communicate කරන්න try කරමු. ඒක එකපාර කරන්න බෑ, right? ඔගොල්ලෝ කතා කරන දේවල්, right? ඊළඟට text කරන දේවල් chat එක use කරලා English වලින් කරන්න. හරිද? අපි ගොඩක් try කරමු. ඒ කියන්නේ ටික කාලයක් කරනකොට මේක ඉබේටම පුළුවන් වෙනවා. right? එක වචනයයි දාන්න පුළුවන් ඉංග්‍රීසි වලින්. නැත්තම් වරද්දලා හරි කමක් නැහැ. ගැලපෙනවද නැද්ද කියලා හරි හිතන්න නැතුව ඔයාලට හිතන විදිහට ඉංග්‍රීසි වලින් මේක මෙහෙම ඇහුවොත් හරි කියලා හිතන විදිහක් තියෙනවනේ. මේ විදිහට type කරන්න නැත්තම් අහන්න question. right? so no Madhumal, you do not have English for the whole 4 years. As far as I know, you will have English up to your 2nd year, right? So then, but like when you reach 2nd year, so if you have done the semester 1 English, semester 2 English, right? Likewise, I think after your 2nd year, you will have a very like fluent. That means very good fluency in English language, right? Okay, yes, Nimesh, I'm like I have started from the very basics. Uh, I know that yes, many students face difficulties in managing this English language. That is not because you are not capable. ඔයාලට බැරි නිසා නෙමෙයි. හැබැයි අර ස්කෝල වලින්, ටියුෂන් ක්ලාසස් වලින් අර 아무තු වයිබ් එකක් හදලා තියෙනවා, ලොකු ඉමේජ් එකක් හදලා තියෙනවා. ඉංග්‍රීසි බැරි නම් වැඩක් නැහැ. ඇත්තටම ඉංග්‍රීසි බැරි නම් වැඩක් නැහැ තමයි ඇත්ත කතාව. right? ඒක මේ ඒ කියන්නේ එහෙම සබ්ජෙක්ට් එක ගැන බෝස්ටිං නිසා කියනවා නෙමෙයි පුතේ. right? ඔයාලට යුනිවර්සිටි ආපුවම තේරෙයි. ඔයාලගේ සබ්ජෙක්ට්ස් වල රිෆර් කරන්න තියෙන ගොඩාක් දේවල් ඉංග්‍රීසි වලින් තියෙන. දැන් chat GPT එකට දානත් ඉතින් ඉංග්‍රීසි වලින් තියෙන්න ඕනේ right? සිංහලෙන් දාන්න පුළුවන්. හැබැයි ඔයාලගේ exam questions, දැන් CA questions, right? ඒකක් හරියට යූස් කරගන්නත් ඔයාලට ඉංග්‍රීසි දැනගන්න ඕනේ. right? අර ලොකු ඩවුන් එකක් නැත්තම් ඉංග්‍රීසි බැරි නම් කවුරුත් hina වෙනවා. ඉංග්‍රීසි බැරි නම් ඉංග්‍රීසි බෑ කියලා කියන්නේ ලැජ්ජාවක්. එහෙම එකක් නැහැ. right? It is also another language. right? ඒක අපේ mother tongue එක නැත්තම් අපේ මව් භාෂාව නෙමෙයි. ඒ නිසා අපිට කවදාවත් අර ඒ කියන්නේ මව් භාෂාව තරම් ඉක්මනට වෙන ලැන්ග්වේජ් එකක් අල්ලගන්න බෑ. හැබැයි try කරොත් බැරිත් නැහැ. So next I'm going to talk about these things. Right? So this 2 hours lecture is the most will be a most valuable time to you because this is the place where you can overcome all these weakness, all these issues that you have, right? මේ 2 hours lesson එකට අමතරව ඔයාලට chance එකක් කරගන්න. මොකද මේ 2 hours වලදී ඔයාලට ඉංග්‍රීසි වලට ගැන තියෙන ප්‍රශ්න, ඊළඟට ඔයාලගේ skills ගැන තියෙන ප්‍රශ්න ඕන දෙයක් කතා කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඒවට solutions හොයා ගන්න පුළුවන්. Right. Kusal, do we have a spoken English? No, Kusal. Yes, obviously there are some activities based on spoken English, right? And your CA will be based on spoken English, right? So you will have the CAs at the end of the semester, right? After doing several activities, okay? All spoken CA එක මම එකපාරම කරන්න දෙන්නේ නැහැ. අපි speaking activities හැම lesson එකකටම speaking activity එකක් තියෙනවා, right? The only thing is that you should take the chance to speak. When I give you the chance to speak, you should be like able to willingly take that chance. Right? ලොකු issue එකක් තමයි මේ online lectures වල ළමයි කතා කරන්නේ නැහැ. එහෙම වෙන්න එපා. right? මම දන්නවා ඔයාලට chat එකේ ටක් ගාලා message එකක් දාලා ඔයාලට ඕනේ දේ අහගන්න පුළුවන්. right? හැබැයි ඔයාලගේ confidence එකත් හැදෙනවා, ඔයාලගේ skill එකත් තව develop වෙනවා, ඔයාලට කතා කරන්න පුළුවන්. වැරදි හරි කතා කරන්න. right? So yes, you will have spoken English activities. Okay? Then so Mudita, you will have only 2 semesters for a 1 year. Right? Semesters දෙකයි තියෙන්නේ. ඒ කියන්නේ එක අවුරුද්දක් කියලා ගන්න එක semesters දෙකක එකතුවක්, right? So one semester should be according to the standards, it should be only 4 months, right? But in here in Sri Lanka situation, it like extends. Mostly it goes up until 5 to 6 months for one semester when they finish all the exams and after giving the results. For all these things, they will take 5 to 6 months, right? Yes, you can take this Q&A session if you have any questions regarding the subject. I will give you about 7 minutes. And the other most important thing is that I think you know about the Zoom ID, right? That means how your index and your name is displayed on Zoom. Okay. Please add your index number, right? And after that, your first name. Everyone should add your first name to your Zoom ID when you join my lectures, right? හැමෝම index එකට අමතරව ඔයාලගේ first name එක අනිවාර්යෙන් add කරන්න ඕනි. එහෙම තමයි හැම lecture එකකම recommended, right? I noticed there are some students only with the index number, so this is like more like a prison, right? Prison එකේ numbers නේ දෙන්නේ, right? ඒ නිසා එම් වෙන්න එපා. Please add your first name along with the index number. Kavinda, it depends. You have asked when you have the mid exam. It depends. We are still not announced, right? No worries for the English subject. There will be no any mid examination as well. No any mid examination, right? I'm going to give you all the marks, all the 30 marks from the assessments, right? So your assessments will be your mid exams, right? So Bhanuka asks, how many exams do we have during a 1 year or a semester? Okay. I do not have any idea about other subjects that you follow, but in English subject, you have only a one exam at the end of the semester and one or two CS at the middle, or it might take to the end of the semester as well, at least to the end of the lectures, right? Lectures ඉවර වෙනකොට CS එකක් හෝ දෙකක් තියෙන පුළුවන් ඔයාලට, right? I have not still decided. And after that, you have a one exam, right? Semester එකට එක exam එකයි තියෙන්නේ. හැබැයි සමහර subjects තියෙනවා. ඔයාලට සමහර subjects තියෙයි එහෙම. Mid exam එකකුත් තියෙන. Right? So please get the information from the relevant lecturers, right? Yes, Kavindu, do you have any question? Since you have raised your hand. Okay, all right. I think we can move on. But if you have any questions regarding the things that I explained and I'm going to explain, you can ask, no problem, right? Okay. All right, now I want answers. Do we need English? What do you think? Yes? What do you think? Do we need English? Yes or no? What do you think?
Yes.
Okay. Why you say that we need English?
English is an international language, and we all can use English to communicate with others.
Okay, Sankar, very good. A very practical answer. Yes, what about the others? Yes, Lahiru, what do you think? Do we need English? Yes, Tarushi?
Yes, madam, we need English.
Okay, why do you say so? What are the reasons? Okay, so since it is time taking, I will quickly explain. Yes, we need English for our studies. Yes, kind good. And teacher says we want English to describe our ideas. Yes, for the purpose of communication. Yes, and yeah, it is the primary language of international communication, Manura. Yes. So English is the link language of the world, right? So from the word link, you can have an idea that this is the language which can be used to link many countries, many cultures, and many societies, right, together. Okay, so even though, like in the world, you can find different languages, right? But when they come together at a one place to a one place, so English is the only language that every one of them can use to communicate their ideas, right? So, but English is not the most spoken language in the world. What is the most spoken language in the world? Yes. What's the language that means which is most spoken in the world? Mandarin Chinese, very good. Shamikar, I think. Yes, yes, Kusal. Chinese, right? Mandarin Chinese is the most spoken language in the world, right? But English is the link language which can use to communicate that Mandarin Chinese into any language you wish, right? So remember the importance of English language. So that is the worldwide importance. But when it comes to your university, right? So to learn, as you said, to learn your subject and to refer all the resources on the internet and on YouTube and on even to use ChatGPT, you should have the knowledge of English language, right? And at the when you come to the final years to do vivas, to do presentations, right? To do your final presentation and to do your thesis or the research, right? To every all these things, right? You name it, anything like the English is inevitable, right? English වලින් ඔයාලට ගැල කියන්නේ කාටවත් ඒ කියන්නේ ඒක එහෙම I'm not telling it with this by being rude, but the truth is that පුතේ English වලින් ගැලවෙන්න අමාරුයි. ඔයාලට society එකේ නැත්තම් ඔයාලගේ job එක ඔයාලගේ field එකේ තැනකට යන්න ඕන නම් නැත්තම් හැමෝම කැමති එහෙමනේ, right? ඔයගොල්ලෝ යුනිවර්සිටි ආවට පස්සේ හැමෝම කැමති graduate වෙන්න, ඒ හොඳ class එකක් graduate වෙන්න, ඊට පස්සේ හොඳ job එකක් කරන්න, right? and to have a like a very even though a life might give you thousands of problems, if you have a like a satisfactory job, right? And if you have a nice family and do all these things and to be like that, you need this English language, right? And after that, when you step out of the university, when you are like have to face interviews, job interviews, so in those places English is a like how can I say, a meter actually, right? Like a measuring unit. It has become a measuring unit, right? So you can't fight against that, right? So ඒ නිසා ඔයාලට කරන්න තියෙන එකම දේ ඒකට fight කරන්න නැතුව ඒකට against fight කරන්න නැතුව ඒ කොහොම හරි ඉගෙන ගන්න බලන එක, right? So that is the best thing that you have to do, right? Okay, then you guys also agree that we need English and don't be like this small kid, right? So do not like be so confused, right? So we can, untangle this a bit by bit if you have any weaknesses. Okay, right. So we are moving. Age. So I think you all are like 19 or 19 plus or 20 students. And sometimes you might have this question, what English? Why do we learn English? We are already like elders now. So what's the point of learning English? And some might think that you are too old to learn English. No, right? So you are still kids in a sense. You are still very young people, very young students, right? So age is not a factor, right? So now we are going to watch a short clip, a movie clip, which tells you about the like this age is not affecting your learning. Not only learning English, right? To learn anything, age is not a factor at all if you have all these dedication. Like biologically, there might be some challenges, right? So වයසට ගියාම එක දිගට එක තැනක වාඩි වෙලා ඉන්න බෑ, right? එහෙම ප්‍රශ්න තියෙන්න පුළුවන්, biological ප්‍රශ්න තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. හැබැයි ඔයගොල්ලන්ට confidence එක තියෙනවා නම් නැත්නම් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ඒ gut එක තියෙනවා නම් ඕනම දෙයක් ඉගෙන ගන්න පුළුවන්, right? Okay, so let me share my screen for the clip. Okay, now we are going to watch a small clip, right? Sometimes some of you might have watched this before, but we will watch it together, right? Okay. Okay, can you guys hear the audio of this video?
Yes, we can, ma'am.
Okay, good.
English for beginners. I am, you are, he, she, it is. I am, you are, he, she, it is. Robert, I am. Hi. Can you show me the way to the beach? Towel. Breakfast.
Fork. Knife. Bread.
I love you. You are perfect.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
I'm gonna fucking kill you. I love you. You are perfect. I thank you. Suitcase, slippers, toothbrush, passport, pajamas. Be good dog. Hi, I am. Hi, I am.
Passengers on flight Aerolíneas Argentina.
Hi, I am your grandpa.
All right. So, yes, did you enjoy? Now, what do you think? Yes, the story was about grandpa, uh, getting ready to speak or communicate with his grandchild, right? So here that see the intention or that person's aim is like really honest, right? Honest and very sensitive, right? So likewise, if you develop a very honest and a very practical likeness, so practical intention, practical aim, right? That means why you should learn English. Is it only to write exam papers or only to face interviews? Is that all, right? Or you think one day if you want to travel the whole world, right? So there might be some intentions as well, like that, right? Him intentions තියාගෙන English ඉගෙන ගන්න කට්ටිය ඕන තරම්, right? So ඒ නිසා මේක හැමතිස්සෙම පුතේ මේක මේ සබ්ජෙක්ට් එක ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕනි මේ අනිත් ඒවා ඔක්කොම තියෙන ඉංග්‍රීසි වලින් ඒ නිසා මේක ඉගෙන ගන්නවා කියලා හරිම අර බෝරින් ප්ලෑන් එකක් නැත්තම් ඒම් එකක් ඔලුවට ගන්න එපා. ඔයාලා මොකක් හරි ලස්සන يعني හරිම effective intention එකක් හදාගන්න. සමහර විට සමහර දෙනෙක් කැමතිද ඉංග්‍රීසි songs අහන්න. නැත්තම් ඉංග්‍රීසි movies බලන්න, TV series බලන්න, right? So ඒව බලනකොට හැමදාම සිංහල subtitles දාලා බලනවද නැත්තම් චුට්ටක් develop කරගන්නවා. يعني subtitles නැතුව තේරුම් ගන්න පුළුවන් තරමට develop කරගන්නවද? So the decision is up to you, right? That's why I showed you this small clip also, right? So you can decide actually, right? And the most important thing is before learning a subject, you should build a interest, right? You should develop an interest in your heart for that particular subject. අපි කැමැත්තක් ඇති කරගන්න, right? ඒ කැමැත්ත අනුව තමයි කැමැත්ත මත තමයි අපිට ඊළඟට ඉගෙන ගන්න දේවල් කොච්චර දුරට සාර්ථකව කරගන්න පුළුවන්ද කියන එක තීරණය වෙන්නේ. ඒක ඉංග්‍රීසි ඉගෙන ගන්න විතරක් නෙමෙයි ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ ජීවිතේ ඕන දෙයකට applicable apply කරගන්න පුළුවන්. Right, okay. So then no worries, age is not a matter at all. Right, okay. We are moving. How we can improve our English, right? So in here I have given, actually this is the one of the pictures that I downloaded from the internet, Google, right? So there are like many pictures like that. So anyway, these 10 effective ways are really practical, right? And really useful, right? The first thing, you can start watching some English movies. So, or else you can start watching some TV series in English, right? So when you watch these English movies or TV series, or it might be documentary incident or telling about life story of another person, right? So no matter what, try your best to be stick to English subtitles, right? මොකද දැන් ගොඩක් වෙලාවට ඉංග්‍රීසි ෆිල්ම්ස් බලනවා ඇති. TV series අනිවාර්යෙන් බලනවා ඇති, right? හැබැයි ඔයගොල්ලෝ use කරනවා ඇත්තේ ගොඩක් දෙනෙක් සිංහල subtitles. ඒක කරන්න එපා. Right? First thing is that. Avoid Sinhala subtitles, right? Download the English subtitles, or like if you take it from YTS or like any other torrent sites, they give the film with, most of them give the film with the inbuilt English subtitles, right? Or else if you are watching Netflix, English subtitles are readily available, right? හැමතිස්සෙම English ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕනි. හැබැයි ඒක ඔයාලට interest වෙන්න ඕන, right? ෆිල්ම්ස් බලන එක පොත් කියවන එකට වඩා දැන් ජෙනරේෂන් එකේ ළමයිට ගොඩක් ඒ කියන්නේ ඒගොල්ලෝ ඒකට තමයි හුරු වෙලා තියෙන්නේ, right? But reading a book is something in a next level, right? So but like most of the students in your generation, they go like really easy with watching films and TV series and YouTube videos and whatnot, right? That is not bad, okay? That is the way with your generation, right? That is the nature, okay? So when you're watching all this content in English language, please add English subtitles. So that is the one way that you can develop listening, speaking, and reading skills. Both these three skills at a one time, right? Okay, these subtitles are very calm and very pleasant English music, right? Or else if you are really interested in this rock music and very hard music, right? So they are also available, right? So listen to the favorite, like what there might be some favorite English songs, right? So you can listen to them, right? And the other thing is you can start reading a book. දැන් පොතක් කියවන්නකම මේක ලොකු challenge එකක් වගේ සමහර අයට හිතෙන්න පුළුවන්. හැබැයි පුතේ ඔයාලා නිදා ගන්න යන ටයිම් එකේ එක page එකක් කියවන්න English novel එකක් හොයාගෙන interesting novel එකක් හොයාගෙන, you all are adults now, right? You can read some romance novels, right? Or else you can go for some sci-fi. Select something which has a very interesting story, right? It could be a romance story for someone, and for some students, it might be they are really interested in all these ghost stories and all these like sci-fi stories, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Select like which is really interesting for you and start reading by a one page for a day. එක දවසකට එක පිටුවක් කියවන්න. More than enough, right? So you can do in that way, right? And after that, as an extension of that activity, right? You can write down all the difficult words in a separate book, and you can find out their meaning. So that is the way we can learn English, right? So no worries, we are doing activities based on all these ways, right? All these methods. So in there, you will have an idea, a lot like a very good idea, a complete idea about all these ways or methods which are mentioned in here, right? So yes. All right. So how to understand English for this question? mastering these 4 skills is the only option, right? Mastering your listening and reading and writing. When you master, that means මේ skills හතර හොඳටම ප්‍රගුණ කරොත්, master, right? You can easily understand. From here, you are like introduction and the subject, the first, that means the small discussion we had about the subject ends, right? And after that, we are going to the lesson number 1, right? Okay. And after that, we are moving to an activity as well, right? So in here, you guys can see some texts. Hello, good morning, how are you, good evening. What are these? What do you call these? Can you give me one name?
Greetings.
Greetings, very good. Yes, right. So our first lesson is about greeting. This is really like simple and important, right? Let's see why these are important, right? So usually or normally we greet to our friends, right? To our family members, right? When you visit the university, you greet your lecturers, and when you like go to the hospital or to a channeling center, we usually go to see a doctor. In simple terms, we greet that person. It could be any person, right? Right? So sometimes he or she will not smile like as return, right? As a return, he or she might not smile back, but that is not a problem, right? So if you can greet everyone you meet in the morning, suppose you are coming to the faculty or you are like going on a bus or like you might be walking on a park, right? So if you like, usually we like say good morning to anyone we meet in the morning, right? So why I selected this lesson is nowadays most students, most undergraduates, they do not actually like they do not know. I do not know whether they know or not, right? Whether they have a knowledge about these greetings or not. Not, it is not like in our times, right? Suppose like they are walking in the faculty premises, right? Or sometimes we meet students at the outside of the university, right? They do not at least give a smile. I do not know why, what's the reason, right? They are just in their very own world, might be busy with the phones, and sometimes mostly they do it intentionally, right? හිතලම කරන වෙලාවල් තියෙනවා, right? So it is not only in this university premises, but it is very common in the workspaces and in all the institutes, right? මිනිස්සුන්ට දැන් greet කරන එක නැත්තම් කවුරුහරි දැක්කම hello, hi, good morning කියන එක නැති වෙලා යනවා මිනිස්සුන්ට, right? Which should not be. එහෙම වෙන්න ඕනේ නැහැ, right? So by being the first year students, first semester students, right? If you can politely say good morning, even to a cleaning auntie, right? Or to a security uncle, it will be really like, pleasant, right? It is really good, which is really good for something, for your aura and for that person's aura as well. You know that මේ අපි හැමෝටම aura එකක් තියෙනවා අපේ වටේ තියෙන, right? ඒ aura එක ඇත්තටම strong වෙනවා ඒ වගේ අපිට pleasant දේවල්, right? හරිම ඒකේ කියන්නේ අපි good morning කියන ඒ cleaning auntie ට උනා වෙන්න පුළුවන්, right? හැබැයි ඒගොල්ලෝ බලන්න ඒගොල්ලන්ට මෙහි ඔයගොල්ලෝ මෙහෙට ආවම just for an example, say good morning auntie, like they are giving you a really nice smile, right? they like say good morning, Puti, right? So it is really, it is a kind of a strength. Early in the morning, it is a kind of a strength you get to spend your whole day with very wholesome thoughts, right? So that's why I selected this lesson. Don't be like, you know, try to behave like you didn't notice, right? You didn't see that person, right? Don't be stick to your phones all the time. It is good to have a mobile phone to be like, staying very updated with the world. It is really appreciated, and I'm like telling all the students to be like that. But the thing is that you should not forget your surrounding. That is really important, right? So that's why I selected this lesson to be your first lesson, right? So, right. So usually these are the people that we greet. Yes, Manura had said a very nice word. I didn't use it actually. The most of the people who do not like greet is because of their ego. Yes, so it is like now it can be seen from these undergraduates as well, right? So we notice many students with this very attitude, right? It's not actually a rich attitude. It's a very, you know, I cannot say there's nothing in them to be attitude like that, to give a, that kind of an attitude, right? The ego and the attitude, they use it in the negative manner, right? So don't be like that, okay? So you are still kids and you still can be very pleasant to any person you meet, especially as educated people, okay? The society seeks that politeness and they expect that humbleness, right? Humble, okay? You that from especially from this educated people, right? So you are undergraduates, so you should be able to speak to even to a person who cleans the road without any ego, right? That is the education. Okay, it is not only completing notes and taking exams. Okay, all right. So yes, usually these are the people that we greet, right? Not only them, it could be any person, right? It could be some animals as well, right? So in here in Sabaragamuwa, at Sabaragamuwa, you will notice when you come here, this is a place full of dogs, right? So they are like really nice with students, and they have like they are going. Some dogs are here. Uh, they select a group of students, right? And what they do is they go to the hostel with them, and when they coming back again in the morning to the faculty, they come along with the students to the again to the faculty, right? And there are some dogs who are like taking all these briberies of food. Right? So yes, very nice. Students are also sharing biscuits and all those things with dogs, right? So this is a place where you can find many dogs, not harmful actually, right? They are really clingy, right? And very like, very friendly with the students, right? So even to an animal, you can be like really polite, right? Yes, right. So normally we do greet at our arrivings and at our departures. When you go somewhere first, right? So you say hi, hello, good morning, and all that. And when you depart or when you leave that set of people or the particular place, you say, okay, bye, I will go, see you later. Likewise, there are many greetings that you can use, right? Okay. All right. Now I want to of you to perform this dialogue. One girl and one boy. Who would like to be Anna? Yes? Any girl in the class? You just have to read out these lines only. This small. For Anna, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. Just 4 lines only. Yes, be quick. We have to do an activity as well. Who would like to be Anna? Yes? Sarushi, can you be the Anna?
Okay, madam.
All right, good. Then what about Tom? Who would like to be Tom? Yes, come on. You just have to only read 3 lines.
Okay, ma'am.
Lovindu. Okay, right. So, yes, Tarushi, you can start then.
Tom, what's up?
Hi, Anna. Nothing much. I am just hanging out. What up with you?
It's a good day. I'm feeling fine.
How's your sister?
Oh, fine. Not much has changed.
Well, I have to go. Nice seeing you.
Later,
Okay, thank you very much, Tarushi and Lovindu. So, right, what you can what do you feel about this dialogue? Is it an official or a casual dialogue? What do you guys think? Yes, casual, right? This is more like a meetup or a discussion between two friends, right? Okay, now tell me what are the greetings, casual greetings that you can see in this dialogue? Hi, very good. Yes. What are the other greetings that you can see? Nice seeing you. Yes, Kamindu, it should be nice seeing you. Yes. Yes, Tarusha. What's up? Very good. And good day. Yes. No, you can't take a good day, right? It's a good day. That is a sentence, Kamindu. All right. So I will just explain. When we take greetings, there are two major types, right? One is formal and the other one is informal, right? Informal greetings always take place between uh, friends or family, right? So formal greetings, yes, uh, it is Aljad. Did I pronounce your name correctly? Or would you like to tell me how to pronounce your name? Okay, good. Aljad, yes. Good, yes, good to see you. It is also a casual greeting, or we call it as informal greeting, right? So formal greetings are always used in very formal places, right? Inside, that means an office environment, right? When you meet your people who are related with who are related to your job at an official events, right? So, all these places we use